Good evening from Hyatt Regency Perth. Welcome to the 7th annual Men in Black Ball in support of men's mental health and fight against depression. This year's motto is, it's time to be happy. It's time to kiss depression goodbye and find out how to bring back the happiness. Our first guest is Ness Erok, beautiful Ness Erok. Thank you for performing tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Ness, what would be your definition of happiness?
My definition of happiness, Barbara, would be to look forward, to be present, to forget the past, and to practice gratitude.
So what makes you happy ad hoc? What makes you happy on a daily basis?
Well, you make me happy.
Thank you. So they are small?
Apart from you, just the little things, being able to appreciate the little things, like family and going for a walk, spending time with my baby. Just the simple things like singing, making a song, in appreciating nature. Just the simple things really make me happy.
So simple things. Yeah. You believe in permanent happiness?
I don't believe in permanent happiness. I believe in permanent contentment, but I believe that we'll always have ups and downs in our life, and it's about seeing the gift and the lessons that are to learn in those and to take that on our journey forward with gratitude.
Ness, I know that you are wearing Rustra Vaidas tonight.
Yeah. I am. I'm wearing her haunting gown, which she gave me the day before we found out the horrible news of her suicide. And I'm going to be performing for her tonight, singing Angel by Sarah McLachlan in honour of her beautiful legacy.
Thank you, Ness. We are looking very much forward to the night.
Thank you so much.
We're talking to Kasia McNaught. Kasia McNaught, my daughter. I have a pleasure having Kasia here tonight. Kasia, what's your definition of happiness?
To me, happiness is not wanting to be somewhere else, doing something else, being somebody else.
What makes you happy on a daily basis?
A thought of gratitude every day in my journal, whether it be my friends, my family, and most of all, giving back to other people. That's, to me, the ultimate form of happiness.
Thank you for that, and have a lot of fun tonight.
Thank you. Looking forward to a great night.
Good evening, this is Clara Forrest. Clara, whom are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing Clara Forrest. This is my label.
This is your latest design?
Yes. I just started in November and I'm very excited about all my collections. And
you look absolutely spectacular.
Thank you.
Clara, on another note, as you know, Men in Black Ball is in support of men's mental health. What's your definition of happiness?
I think happiness is something coming from within, and you just have to be contented with who you are or what you have or where you are, and nothing can change that inside of you.
What makes you happy on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, I'm always quite happy person and easy to feel happy. I love my gym, I love my walk along the river, I love my friends, I love playing golf, I love my creation. When I create something, that's the most happiest I could be.
Small things?
Yeah, the small things, certainly small things.
Do you believe in permanent happiness?
I believe we have all like a level kind of happiness that is always like a baseline, and events like buying a Porsche or going overseas or something can fluctuate that happiness line, but you certainly will be along your baseline most of your time.
Our wonderful hosts for tonight are Katy Price and Lockie Reed from Network 10. Network 10 was our media partner, and thank you very much for all the wonderful support and spreading the news. Katy, welcome to the Men in Black Ball, 7th Men in Black Ball. What's your definition of happiness?
I suppose spending time with friends and family, just the simple things, just relaxing and having a laugh with friends and family.
Beautiful. So if I would ask you, what makes you happy on an everyday basis?
Again, spending time with friends and down at the beach. I love spending time down at the beach, so just being outside and in the sunshine.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. We're looking so much forward to tonight.
Looking forward to it too.
Thank you. Lockie, it's the same question. You know, this event is in support of men's mental health. Men don't talk, boys don't cry. talking about the issues. What makes you happy? Is it true people are chasing after big things when the smallest things can bring the constant happiness, or for a moment?
Oh, look, I'm probably the same as Cardi, spending time with the family, having a kick of the footy with the boys, or taking my daughter to a netball game that poured with rain like today. That always puts a smile on your face for quite some time. But being very athletic, Barbara, as well, I like to go, very athletic, in fantastic shape that I am. I like to go for a run, and actually at the end of a run, I just feel like I've done something, and I feel a little bit happier after that.
You feel like $1 million.
Oh, well, I don't look like $1 million, but I feel like $1 million.
When you feel like.
Okay, yes. That's
Thank you so much. We're looking so much forward to tonight.
Yeah, no, it'd be fantastic.
Svetlana, welcome to the Men in Black Ball.
Thank you so much for having us, Barbara. The annual ball looks fantastic, Black Ball.
Svetlana, the motto of tonight is it's time to be happy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think we don't try hard enough to find the little things in life that make us happy. Absolutely.
Do you think talking about mental health issues is important?
I've definitely experienced it in my family and seen it in everybody that I know. It doesn't take far, so that it's experienced and talked about is something that's really desperately needed.
So if I was to ask you, what makes you happy on a daily basis?
For me, it's the little things. Finding the time just to take a step back, breathe, be thankful for what you have, and find gratitude in the little things rather than worrying about the bigger picture all the time, because it's beautiful. Your family, having a moment just to relax, see your children, that kind of thing. Absolutely.
So there's no such a thing as a permanent happiness?
I think we got to work hard to find it. Yeah, but it's certainly achievable. But I think if you take away all the things that people always want for and remember to be grateful for what you have, it's definitely achievable.
Thank you, Svetlana, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much, Barbara.
Good evening. I'm speaking to Mr. Giulio Della Pitt from JDL Strategies, our naming sponsor. Good evening, Giulio.
Good evening, Barbara. How are you?
Thank you for coming all the way from Sydney.
Oh, it's a pleasure. You can tell people are having a great time already, and we're just starting.
It's a full room, and we will have a lot of great messages. I have a question, Giulio.
Yes.
What's your definition of happiness?
Happiness is to live life to the fullest. It's just to be present, Barbara. And so right now, I'm here with you, celebrating this moment. Happiness is not about worries about tomorrow or what did not happen yesterday. It's just being right here, right now.
And Giulio, do you think that if I ask you what makes you happy on a daily basis, what would it be?
But the fact that I live in the best country in the world and I know it. Australia is wired for people's success, and I know it. So for me, it's just a walk outside, and I thank God that I am here right now.
Thank you, Giulio. I look forward to hearing more from you tonight.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it as well.
I'm speaking to Mr. Steve from Yes Loans. We say yes more often.
At Yes Loans, we do say yes more often.
Steve, thank you for being here tonight.
It's a pleasure, Barbara. Thank you for allowing us to sponsor this, and it's a very good cause, and just pleased to be here. Thank you.
Steve, if I was to ask you, what's your definition of happiness?
You've put me on the spot here. It's just, I think, being able to be optimistic about life, and no matter what happens, to be able to be optimistic. And once again, we get back to the sponsor. The reason for sponsoring tonight is some people can't get that optimism and can't put it together. So they need help, and hopefully I can keep being optimistic and saying yes.
And what makes you happy on a daily basis?
Waking up. Any day above ground's a good day.
I'm speaking to Mr. Zeshan from Nifnex. Zeshan, you look absolutely sensational.
So do you, Barbara.
Thank you. Whom are you wearing?
Whom am I wearing? I don't know. I haven't actually looked.
I love it. You look great. Zeshan, if I was to ask you of your definition of happiness,
Happiness is what actually sort of makes you want to do what you want to do at when you want to do it. So that's how I look at it. And you put me on the spot with the happiness, but there you go.
and what makes you happy on a daily basis?
I love meeting people. So when I meet people, I always ask them, what can I do for you? And that's my mantra. When they tell me what I can do for them, I try to see what I can do for them instantly. Pretty much make a phone call or whatever it is to help them out. And seeing that smile on their face, to know that I've actually done something to help them, that makes me happy.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to having you here on the night.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Val.
We have the honor and pleasure of having here tonight the Honourable Lord Mayor Lisa Captivated.
Hello, Barbara. How are you?
Hello, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming. Lisa, you know that the event is in support of men's mental health, fight against depression, and tonight's motto is "It's time to be happy." What's your definition of happiness?
Look, I believe it's mindset. I think in the busy world that we all live in and the demands of life and business for many people, particularly men, it is about belief in yourself and really just trying to do the best you can every day. I think we put so much pressure unnecessarily on ourselves as individuals, and we need to try and just live our life to the best of our ability and not expect too much. So I congratulate you on tonight for the great work you're doing to support something that's really necessary in the 21st century with life as it is.
Thank you so much. Now, you are such a busy person. What makes you happy on a daily basis?
Well, you know, I get so much pleasure out of meeting people and seeing our city grow as the Lord Mayor of Perth, obviously. And I think really when I come to events like this, I just get so excited to see that the city's growing, that there are always new, younger generations coming through and out there partying. And it's good, you know, just enjoy every day, as I said before.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, Barbara. All the best.
Never thought I'd feel so lonely, never felt so sad and blue. Never thought that I could change things till I was introduced to you, Mr. Bieber. Justin Bieber, he's the guy who makes things right. Bieber! Ow! In the morning, Bieber all through the night.
Folks, we welcome you to the Men in Black Ball, celebrating our 7th anniversary. Can you give us a big round of applause for celebrating that tonight? We're on a mission to create awareness about men's mental health and to remove the stigma attached through Momentum for Australia charity. We have a group of very special people here I'd like to introduce to you. We'll hold the applause to the end. The Right Honourable, the Lord Mayor Lisa M. Scafidi is here. The Honourable Nick Goran, MLC, representing the Honourable Helen Morton, MLC, the Minister for Health and Disability Services. Mr. Mike Seward, CEO of RFE, Mental Health Carers WA, and Dr. John Clarkson representing Global Mindscreen. Can you give them all a big round of applause?
There is no one here in a room that wouldn't know of somebody that had a mental health issue or is going through or could have it. Ladies and gentlemen, the awareness is such a complicated factor, because I think that some people still wouldn't come out and wouldn't share their experience. Some people still are afraid that would make them look bad. But the fact that we saying it can happen to anybody, it can happen to all people from all ages, backgrounds and walks of lives, I hope will open people to more discussion. Now, when the Men in Black Ball was established in 2008, I was highlighting men's mental health. It's obvious that this is a universal problem. It's obvious we can't separate. The partners become carers. I have to salute ARAFMI as an organization that looks after this kind of people. The partners become affected. Men don't talk, women do. Somehow we can't save everybody.
But this is for you, Ruth.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, and weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight.
We'd now like to welcome our guest of honour to the stage this evening, the Honourable Nick Gorin MLC, who's here on behalf of the Honourable Helen Morton MLC, the Minister for Mental Health and Disability Services. Thank you very much, Mr. Nick Gorin.
Then the single best thing you can do is to be interested in men's mental health. Because in our society, the thing that occurs more than anything else is an absenteeism with regard to fathers at home. And when I talk about fathers being absent, I talk about it with some degree of experience.
For those of you that we haven't met yet, I have been my honor to sponsor this event for the last, been one of the sponsors, team up with the other guys to bring this forward. In the first night, I shared with you that as one would claim the top of my financial success, I was depressed. I had everything that one would call to have everything, and yet within inside of me, there was this dryness, and I shared this on the first time I came. And it was because of events like this and the organizations that these events truly support that I was able to find help very fast.
Can you give him a massive round of applause and your full attention, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Grant Meldrum.
The issues associated with day-to-day life seemed virtually impossible to manage. Depression, hypervigilance, anger, anxiety were all constantly with me. It was a challenge to just get to the shops. Dealing with traffic and crowds was intolerable. I had dropped virtually all social contact. My only refuge was my home. It was my only safe place. I was a shadow of my former self and the confident, competent soldier I had once been.
During the week. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. You price it away, what's it going to make? Going to make very close to what you give me, what, $300 or $400? Oh, $100 to go, 400, 4, give me...
They